Welcome back. It's Tariq, and today we're going to talk about the number one threat to yourself and your business, and that is fears related to the act of listing and how we can eliminate them. We're going to look at some of the fears when it comes to the act of listing. There are fears that some realtors face every time they go on a potential listing. As soon as they ring that doorbell, several fears go through an agent's mind. They question themselves. Which realtor has already come here? Who am I competing against? What price are these clients looking for? Are they going to object on my commission rate? Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot get the success rate of listings we want if you do not eliminate your fears. The first step in combating these fears stem from what we did in our previous videos, which was our visualization and our affirmations. What we'll also be doing in the future videos, which is knowing our value and being prepared, will be incredibly useful as well. These are all things that make a huge impact and shift our focus away from our fears and onto our success. There are two most common types of fears that we will have. Each of our fears will be placed in one of the two categories. 1, fear of failure. 2, fear of rejection. Learning how to defeat your fears will be one of the largest challenges that you will face, but it will also be the most crucial. What most people don't realize is that the emotion of fear and not fear itself is what causes the most stress in our life. If you do not control your fears and control your emotions of these fears, you still start seeing the subtle but very threatening consequences of letting fear get to you. Your fears will paralyze you, your true ability, and stop you from doing what you are capable of. It will make you become more hesitant, and it will lead you to countless excuses and procrastinations. These are all actions that will make your real estate business suffer. I have heard many agents say that one of the biggest fears that they have are the consequences they may face of not getting a listing. The thought of not getting a listing starts with this single fear and snowballs into a much larger force as our minds draw to these different consequences. If I don't get this listing, how am I going to pay them my bills? What would my family think? What would my peers think? How can I support the loved ones who rely on me? When will I get the opportunity for another listing presentation? The list of fears is endless. Our fear doesn't just stop with us. It becomes a ripple effect, and we often begin to also fear the impact it will have on our families, on our lifestyles, and our responsibilities. These fears attract stress, pressure, and doubt. It never just starts and ends with fear. It grows, and it always works against us if we allow it. You need to be able to train yourself to a point so that when you begin to feel fear about something, you instantly switch your attention on your goal rather than your fear. How many of you are familiar with the law of concentration? The law of concentration states that whatever you dwell upon, it grows. Your conscious mind is designed to be able to carry one thought at a time. So if you choose to continuously question yourself and focus on your fears, guess what? They will grow. Your fears will grow. But if you choose to focus on your goals and the value that you will add to your clients, then guess what? You are proactively choosing your success over your fears. And your outer world will soon begin to reflect the thoughts that you have on the inside, which is success. Sometimes we become our own worst enemies. Fear holds us back from what we can achieve. If we all did what we were capable of, I guarantee we would astound ourselves. Once we realize that fear is just an illusion, just an imagination that we ourselves create, we will realize that there is no benefit to fear. You need to have so much confidence in yourself and your abilities that you do not fear the consequences to a point where it diminishes your opportunity to growth. Even if you don't get this listing, you have taken the time to prepare yourself, to practice, to experience every detail, and to give yourself a chance to evaluate what you can change and how you can become better. And if you do that for yourself, then what is there to fear? By doing what I show you in the next videos, by practicing, by making it perfect, and taking that proactive step forward, you will naturally begin to transition your mind to automatically silence your fears. It will take a lot of sweat equity, and effort to get yourself to this point, but it is more than possible. By the time you're done the entire series and you put your time into practicing the act of listing, you will live your life fearlessly. And that is the only way to build your success and start creating your legacy. Until next time, make it a total knockout.